I'm a little bit afraid that if I did join Elite Builders, what would happen if I don't fit in?
If you are somebody that is not interested in growing, not ambitious, putting yourselves in rooms where there are people that are, accomplishing multiples of what you're doing, then truthfully, this is probably not for you. What I'm also aware of is if they really, really love you and care about you the way that you think that they do, they would want what's best for you, even if what's best for you meant that you went somewhere else.
Aaron, at my current brokerage, I'm the top agent, and truthfully, I think I have a lot to learn. I'm doing between 20 and 40 deals a year. I've never really been around people doing a million, 100 plus deals a year. I'm a little bit afraid that if I did join Elite Builders, what would happen if I don't fit in?
If you are somebody that is not interested in growing, not ambitious, and, not interested in, putting yourselves in rooms where there are people that are, accomplishing multiples of what you're doing, then truthfully, this is probably not for you. If you're somebody that you want to continue to grow, you want to not just sell something, but you want to build something. You want to have equity. You want to build an asset that would continue to provide for those that you love in perpetuity. And you want to be around other like-minded, hard-charging entrepreneurs that are ambitious and have a high level of integrity, then this is for you.
So I've been watching your content, both you and Jessica. You're very direct. And part of me wants that because I do want to get better. Part of me is not sure I'm ready or can handle it. Are there any people in your organization that you're not quite so direct with? Or are you always going to tell me the truth I don't want to hear?
Yeah, so my experience is that the person who challenges you the most actually cares about you the most. I know that we have well-minding individuals in our life who will be like, hey, Jess, like, it'll be okay. Like, you're good just the way you are and all that. And I know it comes from a well-meaning place, but I'm also aware that it doesn't really serve you. So I'm always committed to speaking truth when I see it. I have learned over time to, how I deliver that, matters. A previous version of me was a little bit more forceful. At the same time, I know that it's required for growth. My life has changed dramatically because of those types of straightforward, direct conversations that I've had and continue to have. So again, like, we want 1% outcomes without those types of conversations. Like, we want, the question to ask yourself is, are you praying for a 1% outcome with, like, half not really dialed in habits? Like, am I praying for an A+ outcome with C+ habits? And the only way you're going to know if you're doing that or not is if you put yourself in a room and you put yourself in a hot seat where somebody can challenge you. And, that's what we're all about. So, if that's something that you're not interested in, then yeah, this may not be for you.
I've heard in my marketplace that EXP agents are low performing, that it doesn't have a great reputation. I even once heard Jessica say in a podcast that she didn't want to join EXP because it stands for expired. What if my circle of friends and my old broker, and I have a really good reputation, Aaron, what if they judge me for going to EXP?
Yeah, it's not uncommon. There's a saying that says when somebody's livelihood is dependent on them not understanding something, it's very difficult for them to understand it. And I was a hard no on this for a year, and that was one of the concerns that I had. And, my experience has been the following. So at first they will call you crazy. Then they'll probably laugh at you. But then what they do is they call you a crook. Like, you must be stealing. You must be doing something illegal to be making that much money. But then the fourth thing they do is they call you for advice. So if you want everybody to love you, you should go sell ice cream. In business, the way that it works is those who recognize a pattern and take advantage of it, they're disproportionately rewarded for their efforts. That's something that I recognized, and I changed my mind. I used to own part of an office and I sold it back to participate in this modeling opportunity. You chose another path and then ended up recognizing, hey, this is the path for you. So, this is less about all of those individuals that may have an opinion. None of them are going to pay your bills. None of them are going to send your kids to private school. None of them are going to take those pay for those trips that you want to take with you and your family, or fund those charities that you want to fund. So, this is a business decision about platform selection and about proximity. And I would have that be the driving force in the decision, not what people think about it. Because if you look collectively at what everybody collectively believes to be true, almost invariably, if you go in the exact opposite direction, that's probably the better thing to do.
Aaron, I've been with my broker for almost 20 years now. We're like family. I love your content and you're speaking to me, but I'm a loyal person. I feel like I can't do it until they retire. I just feel like I can't leave them.
Yeah, and listen, I really respect that. Like, you can't walk on water and you can't fly. When people say they can't, what they're really saying to me is they don't want to, and I get that. I know that a couple things. One is having done this and had conversations with agents all across the country as we continue to grow and build, that you will find out very quickly the nature of that relationship. There's been countless individuals that had said that to me, like, we're like family. In the moment that, they get a whiff that they're thinking of doing something different, they get kicked out of the MLS system, they get shut down, locks change, you can't come in, right? And that's hurtful, because the agent recognizes, like, I thought this was a relationship when it was really just a transaction. The second thing is that ultimately, I don't really owe anybody anything. Like, in that exchange, if I'd been with them for a long time, they've been amply compensated for the time and energy and effort, right? And you have to make a decision as far as, like, what you think, what vehicle you think will provide you with the most opportunities long term, and have that be the driving force behind it. And what I'm also aware of is, if they really, really love you and care about you the way that you think that they do, they would want what's best for you, even if what's best for you meant that you went somewhere else. And then who knows, they might coming with you, and you could build an organization, and that'll be amazing, and you'll change their life in the process. So, I'd have what you are looking to accomplish, what your goals and objectives are, keeping in mind that if it really is the relationship that you think it is, they will want what's best for you, even if it means that you're somewhere else.
Aaron, I've watched your podcast with Liz, the gal in Texas,
Yep.
Keith, the gentleman you were mentoring, some of the other people in your organization. It's really clear that anyone around you is going to grow. I'm actually nervous of growing. I'm scared I'm going to outgrow the people in my life.
Yeah. Well, the thing to be aware of is that people usually don't want what's best for you. They want the version of you that serves them best. And what I mean by that is that whenever you go through kind of, changing and expanding and growing, from a relational perspective, it's like we have these, like, unwritten agreements with each other. Like, I'll allow you to continue to believe that you are who you say you are if you allow me to continue to believe that I am who I say I am. And if something changes in that agreement, that's when there starts to be a little friction. People start to say something like, well, what do you mean, Jess? You think you're better than me? Like, oh, like, we used to go out and drink all the time. You're not drinking anymore? Like, why? Like, what's that about? Or like, oh, like, you used to spend all your money on, like, all this other stuff, and now you're, like, investing? Like, like, what's that about? Or like, oh, like, you're not going out on the weekends as much as you used to? Like, And from my own direct experience, and from the experience of, mentoring and being a guide to all these agents, throughout my coaching career, and now as a leader of the organization, you have to make a decision. And the decision is, am I willing to make myself small, or keep myself small, so other people feel better about themselves? And that's only something that you can decide on your own. I promise you this, nobody benefits by you playing small. Your children don't benefit watching you play small. Your bank account doesn't benefit by playing small. Your relationships with your significant others don't benefit by you playing small. The charities that you want to donate to don't benefit by you playing small. The economy doesn't benefit by you playing small. Like, we're not made in the image of something who cowers in fear.